Here we are, folks. Hello, we're live on Wildcard Wednesday. I wish you were beer, and I am here in Louisiana, just barely east of the Mississippi River by less than a mile. And we have from New Jersey, far east of the river, we have Irish You Were Beer, James P. Madonna.
You're that close to the Mississippi? Really? No, really? Who, you?
I am.
You are? Oh, jeez.
I live almost on top of the river. And then Eric, wait, I'm going to go geographically, sorry. Michael is in Long Island, Brooklyn, New York City, New York, the very far western edge of Long Island. And then from New England with Massachusetts Beer Reviews, Thomas Meadow 75.
Go Cubs. Go Cubs.
Go Cubs in 2020. All right.
Free merchandise that work for the brand.
We have some beers tonight.
Do we?
Yeah, and then Friday we have Fandango Friday, which is going to be any drink you want to bring. It doesn't matter. You could bring hot tea. You could bring kombucha. You could bring apple juice, milk, coffee, beer, wine, liquor. It doesn't matter.
Not Jim Jones Kool-Aid, as long as you don't drop that.
No.
Yeah, don't bring the flavor aid that they
Well,
have.
I got to knock off some of those little bottles I got.
Right.
Nice.
I'm going to do a rum. I'm going to do a white rum taste challenge during the live broadcast, so that'll be interesting.
Damn.
So I have Squatters from Utah, Salt Lake City, Utah, and it's there's the guy with the big hop cone. See the farmer?
Wow, Chernobyl hop.
A Chernobyl hop. He's got a giant hop cone, and this is 9% Squatters Tropical Double IPA, unfiltered, but it has no fruit juice or anything like that added. It's just the hops they use make it taste tropical, they said. So 9%. Mine's a little past the best by date, but at 9% with this jacked up hop thing, I think it's going to be all right because it was so supremely bitter when I had it before. It might have mellowed it out. So James P. Madonna in northeastern New Jersey, very close to the Hudson River, I might add. And
yeah, I'm a block away now where I'm living.
Close to New York City. He has.
All right, I have Maine Beer Company from Freeport, Maine, Lunch IPA. Like I said before, a low budget label, but it's easy to locate the info. 7% alcohol by volume. Let me get my Google glass. 1982. Okay, so it's a relatively new company. Is a special. Lunch is a special whale that was spotted off of Maine in 1982. Okay, I guess they named it after the whale. Hopefully, nobody harpooned it and had it for lunch. But thank you for drinking our beer. Blah blah blah. MaineBeerCompany.com. And it has the, I guess, the born on date of August 20th, 2019. And 1% goes for the planet. Yeah, right. It's probably goes in the CEO's pocket. But anyway, this is what we got. And I'm going to pour it.
Okay.
All right, lunch.
All right, now we have someone joining west of the Mississippi River. Now, I poured mine. Look, I had a thick white, slightly off-white head and a hazy golden appearance. And
mine is sort of like yours.
Yeah. Boy, look at that thick head of foam. Ooh, that's a lively beer.
The color is similar.
Yeah, gold.
Yeah.
Now, Shane Fudge is west of the Mississippi River in Arkansas, and he is bringing tonight a beer, but I don't know what it is.
I have to ask first. What is there a specific beer we're supposed to bring or style?
No, it's Wildcard.
Wildcard. Okay. I just saw a lot of haze as soon as I popped on there. I was like, "Uh-oh, I might need to
No,
get a different."
Although I could have joined last night with this, I just realized. But I wanted to watch that baseball game last night. I'm going to tell you right now.
Yeah, that's why I'm late. I was watching the Cardinals game, then blow out the Braves, and I'm like, "Yes, let's go Cardinals!" All right.
That was
so anyway.
St. Louis massacre.
Yes, first inning. So I'll just tell you what you would ask what beer I had. I'll just tell you that, and I'll let you get back to whatever you were in the middle of.
Okay.
This is the Rogue. Spotted this in the store the other day and never had seen it before. It's their Marionberry stout, sour rather.
I've never seen it.
Oh, that's
And
good.
it is it's got a little star on the back of it. I'll tell you a little bit more about it later, but it's 6.5%. This is the last one of the 4-pack, and I'll talk about it later though.
Okay. Somebody was asking if the thicker head is better on a beer. It could mean better, but then you have some that have nearly no head of foam, like a pound of CBS, and that's a pretty dynamite product. So now there's Shane with his. Oh, that's a purplish looking thing. Now Michael is going to tell us about his, and then start.
It's called Very Fine Pilsner from 6 Point, and it's an Italian style Pilsner brewed with, let's see if I get these hops correct, Herzenbrucker Blanc, Isaka, and Laurel, and Kettnanger.
Yeah.
5.5%. I've never heard of an Italian style Pilsner, but there's a first time for everything.
I suppose you're right.
The can is kind of cool. They give somebody credit for the can art in the back, somebody named Perry. And that's what the can looks like.
Perry White.
It's kind of cool. This was brewed 2 weeks ago. I picked it up last Saturday at one of their release parties. First time I've ever tried a Pilsner from 6 Point.
Okay, Italian style. Now,
A beer battered dough. A beer battered dough. Use Italian style beer. Peroni. I've had Peroni. It's actually not bad.
yeah, interesting thing about some of these Italian beers, not that's Italian style, but Italian beers is a lot of them started in the 1800s when many parts of Italy were under the control of the German Confederation. So you had brewing companies starting in at that time was considered part of the German Confederation and later got taken over by Italy. So they might have been more Germanic than you actually may at first believe. But anyway, that's an old bone of contention between those countries, namely Austria and Italy. But anyway, Thomas Meadow 75, also known as Massachusetts Beer Reviews, is going to tell us about his beer.
Somehow I've never had this beer, but I picked up the variety pack yesterday. Sierra Nevada Sidecar IPA in orange IPA at 6.8%. The one was packaged on the 9th of July, so I better drink this. And it's Crystal Magnum and Simcoe hops at 35 IBUs. So I'm looking forward to that.
And when you drink that beer, you have to sit not on the main part of the motorbike, but in the little sidecar when you're going down the road.
Just like Indiana Jones's father in the Indiana Jones movie.
Right. That's right. That's the only way.
Heroes too. With Colonel Clink or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, they had a sidecar.
Now,
Nice looking beer, yeah.
so tonight, and if Jesse would have joined, I was thinking of Jesse the other day, and I don't know why. I was shaving really, and I was thinking, I said, you know what? The next time we do this, Jesse's on, I'm going to go northeast to southwest so that he can go first, because he's always ways, because mentally I'm trying to go west to east, but that is unnecessary. I could go east to west because, after all, New England and the East Coast states were founded before the West Coast, right? So, all right. Michael Hilton said sidecar is better than the other sidecar drink. I've never had a sidecar mixed drink. So we'll go with New England first, and then we'll travel down west tonight. How about that? So Eric, going to give us a succinct description of his beer.
All right. So apparently a sidecar is a cocktail traditionally made with cognac, orange liqueur, plus lemon juice. So that is a sidecar. I don't know if they're trying to make this sidecar orange IPA taste like that from Sierra Nevada, but there's only one way to find out about that. It looks like typical. I don't want to say typical West Coast style, but it is more on that golden kind of caramel color looking amber hue to it with a nice white head. Not a huge amount of head. It's got some nice lacing on it with, I'd say, moderate amount of some carbonation. Yeah, definitely a bunch of orange peel. Yeah, they say ale brew with orange peel. And that is number one. The first thing that I'm getting is a really sweet orange and white bready malt kind of a sensation in the aroma on that one. There's almost like I don't want to say like a rye spice, but there's kind of a spiciness underneath all of that, almost like a toasty, spicy kind of a malt as well. That could be some of the pine notes I'm getting from them using some of the Magnum and the Simcoe maybe hops. So, I mean, smells pretty dry for what it is, though. Overall, it's got a nice, clean water smell. Other than that, not too much else. Let's take a drink of Sidecar Orange IPA.
You made a statement just now that made me think about beer reviews I watch. Where I find it a funny way to talk because I never hear people around here say that.
Yeah.
I watch reviews a lot. People will say, "Now I'm going to take a drink," but around here, growing up, I always would hear people say, "I'm going to take a sip." You know, I never heard anybody say, "I'm going to take a drink of something." They always say, "I'm going to take a sip." But anyway, that's just something that caught my attention over the years.
Drink.
It's more of a guzzling.
Well, you drink it,
Yeah,
but you drink it by taking sips. You know what I'm saying?
right. I feel like I'm getting. Let me see.
Hope you feel better.
This is only 35 IBUs. It actually is tasting a lot more bitter than the 35 IBUs. I'm getting a lot of the Simcoe hop. Now, a lot of the time, the Simcoe hop is going to give you that really dank, almost kind of resinous, onion, garlicky flavor. And I'm getting that in the background. It's dry. It's providing the dryness to it in the background. Very orangey up front. It doesn't last a hell of a long time, the orange. So if you're afraid the beer is going to be too sweet, that's not the case. It's got some upfront brightness and the sweetness from the orange peel. And then that dies down to that piney, Simcoe, dank, little bit of resinous kind of hops and oils to it. There is a touch of a toasty note to it, white bready, toasty note to it. And it's a light to medium towards the medium body, more or less medium body. It's crisp. Yeah, it's pretty clean. Is it refreshing? Yeah, it's pretty refreshing. It doesn't do a whole bunch of anything in one particular direction. So if you're afraid of IPAs or you're not like the IPA kind of a fan, this IPA actually may be more up your alley. But because I think of some of the Simcoe hop, you got to like it a little bit on that earthy, dank, almost slightly that resinous side to things. So overall, not too bad, but it's not doing one thing that's knocking your socks off over the other. So a pretty solid brew so far.
Okay. Now, all right. That sounds pretty positive. So I forgot to highlight you. Sorry about that. I'm trying to manage all these different things. It's hard. Okay. Michael Komarov will present this Italian style India Pale Ale.
Okay, this is what it looks like in the glass. The head has stayed a very thin white, maybe a little bit off white, and it's not clear. So there's a little bit of haze to it, but I mean it might be chill haze now because the beer was just poured. I wouldn't think a Pilsner would have a haze to it, but slight haze.
Some that have that. I've had some. It's strange, but yes.
The color is a yellow, kind of a bright yellow. And let me give it nose. The nose is mostly kind of like grain. You're getting a lot of grain in the nose. Now, I don't know what Italian grain smells like if that's what they're trying to do, but it's more grainy than anything else.
Huh.
Maybe a little bit of malt, maybe a little bit malt too in the nose. Let me take a sip.
Maybe the pesto and the oregano made it cloudy. Just
Maybe it's polenta. Maybe it's corn from polenta.
Oh, Jesus. Jesus.
all right. Now
Flavor is kind of it's nothing that'll knock your socks off, but it's nothing objectionable. It's like very middle kind of taste. I don't want to say I'm down on Pilsners, but they don't tend to have a taste profile which is decidedly interesting to me. But I'm going to try to be as fair to this one as I can.
Now, Michael, when's the last time you had the Pilsner Urquell, the original one?
It's been a long time.
Yeah, that's the dynamite one. I'm telling you, I think that's the world-class Pilsner, really.
This one isn't bad though. It's just it's not dynamic tasting. It's middle of the road. I've had like 3 sips now. I guess as I drink it more, there's a little bit more taste in it. And I guess it's a malty kind of taste if I have to describe it. I'll keep mulling over it and I'll give you a number later.
Cool.
Yeah, Michael's video is vastly improved without lighting change. That's for sure.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah, and I turned the lamp on tonight. This is the first time since around daylight savings time started this year that I had to have the lamp. But it's getting dark fast now. And today it only got up to about 89. It was almost 90 today. I was saying, good grief.
It's funny, the high here wasn't even 60.
Nope.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Well, that is you're saying the high wasn't even 60. That is the kind of weather we get only in December and January, really. Here, December and January, you might have days where it won't get to 60, but that would be considered a very cold day. Anyway, now James is going to describe his IPA.
All right. 7% alcohol by volume, like I said before. We've got the Maine Beer Company, Freeport, Maine, named after a whale named Lunch. So anyway, but there's something unique about this. Has a very strong citrus aroma and flavor, particularly the smell of orange rind. You know, that they sometimes call it like as zest, the skin of the orange. Very pronounced orange rind aroma and flavor, and also strong bitterness from the hops. Oh, thank you for blowing me up. Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I start listening and then I forget that I'm running it.
Oh, okay. All right. So, yeah, I would say besides the hops, the bitterness, orange rind aroma in both the and the flavor, both.
Yeah, I like that orange rind thing.
Yeah, that beer is dynamite. I gotta tell you that.
Oh, you've had it, huh?
Oh yeah, that one's good. People like to get it when it's out. It's hard to keep on the shelves in New England.
But you know what? Even though it's a boring label, it's so easy to find the info on this.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, who cares? I mean, it's like it's easy to read. It's not real busy, but it's really a great IPA, I would say, for even the hot weather days of summer because of the citrus flavor, strong, pronounced, and aroma, and you know, it's like I said, more or less like the oils of orange rind than it is an orange juice.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I want to get something.
Okay. Goodbye.
James, is the alcohol mass or it tastes like 7%?
No, it's somewhat masked by the citrus, but it's not that masked. I mean, I could definitely feel that if I had 2 of these, I would get buzzed.
Put that down.
You know, I mean, if I was drinking that Polish porter, then that would really one bottle would affect me. But Zwick. You might
Yes, that.
Zviech
porter. Yeah.
You got
Or-
a Zuby itch.
or when it was ruled by the Germans, it was called Saybush.
Say Bush.
Yeah, Saybush.
You talking about a Fraulein during Oktoberfest or something? Say
Say what? Bush? All right.
Bush.
No comment. What's up, Ron? What's up, James P19? And what's up, Michael? And what's up, Eric? Says Alex the Beer Master. Well, why aren't you on? Why aren't you with us,
He's
sir?
not on here. I'm gonna call him out. Sorry, because he doesn't have any beer.
That's a good reason not to join.
You got leftover Chex Mix.
Probably.
Mix. I want to defend Chex Mix. I like Chex Mix, especially the spicy. Now, before I review this, and I'm going to go fast. I'm not going to drag it out. James has all these fascinating things behind him. So here's something. I can drive to Mexico in less than a day. I can get in my truck and drive to Mexico in less than 1 day.
Oh,
When
wow.
I went to Mexico once, well, many times, and when I was down there once, I bought this handmade cross. It's a cross with caterpillars crawling on it.
You're right. A bird. There's a bird above, right?
And
Oh, wow. Caterpillars. Maybe it's Mothra from the Japanese horror movie.
yeah, and it's carved. But it's not just painted. You can feel it. There's layers. There's levels of wood here.
Oh, that's artisan work, man. That's artisan work.
And you can go to these markets and you buy this thing for like $2.
No, it's unique. It's well worth it. That's what's great about when like Indian crafted, Native American crafted items are colorful. They're a conversation piece, and they're cheap.
Yeah, I bought them for very cheap. Now, so that's just something to show. Now,
You have a shrunken head or anything like
I had the Zulu coconuts.
That's right. They have Cold Steel sells the Zulu spear that you can, they use for killing lions. But anyway, I digress.
All right.
Is leading the riot. What was that? It's time to riot.
Yeah, the riot. Get it, Terrio, the riot.
Got it.
Although tonight I have a nickname.
Virtue signaler. We see it.
Virtue.
All right.
Seal, what?
You know me.
Jay is a man of extreme virtue, and he's signaling it. We got it.
There you go. All right.
Talking about
Oh,
cognac.
whoa.
Got his Martell cognac out.
Talking about
Jesus.
cognac. Talking about cognac. When I ran across a really good deal one time. I was at Savannah Discount and I bought 2 bottles for $11. And Martell is one of the oldest cognac houses, and that is a treat. But it's so spicy. Now, anyway, back to this.
But it's good in real strong black coffee or an espresso.
Cognac?
Martell.
Oh, Martell. Okay. Well, I've got a good amount left to experiment with. I'm so
I
excited.
tried Bacardi Black in strong coffee, and that was pretty good.
Bacardi Black.
In strong coffee, yeah, black. Sugar.
And Myers would be good too. People were asking, why is he talking about the riot? Well, people have made my name into like a joke, like the riot. If you look at my name, it spells the riot. Okay.
Riot. SIGNAER. No.
No, the real
His description of the squatters.
Let's hear it. Enough of me.
Michael, I'm trying. It's strong. The body's heavy, relatively heavy. You get a lot of bitterness. It has mellowed out just a bit because of aging. Sometimes IPAs can improve with age. This is one of them. You get fruit, tropical fruits, but it's coming from the hops. It's not coming from any added fruit or flavoring. There's a heavy overriding white bread and white bread crust taste. So there is a lot of malt here. This is a more traditional India Pale Ale. It's hazy because they didn't filter it, but they don't add lupulin powder. They don't add. I hear some tapping. They don't add. And they don't add those kind of adjuncts to get it.
Is that a raven tapping at your door?
No, I hope not.
Well, they're pecking.
I see Thrash in the corner.
And it's Shane
I'm
Wood.
trying to add.
Is Thrash trying to get on?
Yeah, I'm going to add him, but I got kind of like my speed kind of jammed up a little bit just now.
Okay. I know Shane is anxious.
Well, this
Marionberry one too.
Yeah, so this was very nice, and if you like very strong, robust, bitter beers, but not overly bitter, this could work for you. I don't know what's going on with this. Now, west of the Mississippi, where Shane's going to describe his beer, and then Thrash is going to give us a rundown and describe his. So go ahead, Shane. And if I don't highlight you, it's nothing personal. It's because we're having a little technical problems all of a sudden.
That's all right, man. So I got this Rogue Marionberry sour. They brewed a sour ale and used the Marionberries that are they grow really well up in Oregon. They have an organic farm there. In Rogue, they grow their own hops and they grow on all kinds of stuff, pumpkins and honey, and they do all kinds of variations of hops there. So, but the Marionberry apparently is indigenous to that area. I guess it grows really well, so they grew some and put it in this beer. If you're not familiar with Marionberry, not to be confused with the mayor Marionberry, this does not taste like crack. This tastes fruity and nice. If you had like a Lindeman's Framboise, the raspberry sour that they you can find everywhere, it's very similar to that. It's not like really overly sweet in a way that it seems fake. This tasty feels like real fruit and real hops and real good ingredients that they've used here. Sweetness is pretty low. There is sweetness there, but not overwhelming and overly sweet or cloying. But the fruitiness, man, it really comes shining through. If you like Marionberry or raspberry or blackberry kind of flavors, then you probably like this. This, you see, it's kind of a dark fruit color, like a grape in the light. You can see through it. It's not cloudy necessarily, but there is a lot of sediment in this. I don't mind a little sediment in my beers at all. I'll swish it in the can. I'll just pour it in there most of the time, unless it's like nasty looking chunks in some sort of beer. Once in a while you see. I don't care for that, but the nose, man, it's just fruity. Big time fruit notes. A little bit of sourness. It's that Marionberry.
It's Oregon is the same longitude as northern New England and maybe northern Europe, so that would be ideal for growing those berries and hops.
Oh yeah.
I've never tried that type of berry.
What's that?
I said I've never tried that berry, but I'd be keen to do it.
Yeah, this is my first experience with the flavors, but it's very much like the raspberry and blackberry kind of mix. It's a little bit like, I remember the first time I went to a Catholic church with this girl I was in college with, and I was raised like Church of Christ. We had Welch's grape juice on Sunday, But I went up. She said, "You want to take communion?" I said, "I didn't think I could," but she's like, "I think it'd be fine. You can go up." I didn't know it was wine. That was my first taste of alcohol in my life. I thought, "Oh my word! I just drank wine in church." I didn't know what to think about that, but it kind of and besides the cracker floating around in there too, I was like, "Gross! Somebody spit in this cup. We're all drinking out of it. Nobody noticed it but me yet." I didn't know, man. I was country boy, so. But it kind of reminds me that first taste of wine a little bit. The funkiness is not too bad. It's like a barnyard or saison type of funkiness at all. But just from the berry, that's the essence of the Marionberry is what you get in it. It's a little tart, but it's not over sour tart. But We get a little taste of it. I already drank, most of this. This is my last one out of the 4-pack. I think it was about $12 range for this 4-pack. And there's 16-ounce cans. And you can see how the berry looks. It looks similar to the blackberry or the raspberry. A little darker than the raspberry, actually.
You said
It's
$12.
6.5% ABV and it's 5 IBU. And the date on this, it was canned on June 12th of this year at 8:45. I don't know if it's PM or AM, but anyway, don't have to worry too much about hops dissipating with only 5 IBU. It's all right for a sour to age a little bit, even though some of them might be low ABV. You can let them age for years. It's not like an IPA that ages and you lose the hops.
Yeah, it's a low ABV. I mean, a low IBU.
Shane, is it more pucker sour or like tart? If you had to
More
choose,
tart. It's not going to make you pucker up like super puck. Like draw you up.
so it's more tartness.
Yeah, it's yes, yeah.
Okay.
It's just more of a natural berry flavor. It's not like candy necessarily. It's not fake tasting at all. It's really nice. I really have enjoyed this 4-pack. I don't know that I'll find any more of them. They're probably going to be out of season soon. This is getting 4 months on it. So, but anyway, I thought I'd give it a try, man. Rogue, I don't buy Rogue a lot, but I saw this. I was like, what's a Marionberry taste like? I kind of like sours, something that's kind of a new style to me that I haven't drank a whole lot of, but because I drink mostly IPAs and double IPAs and barrel aged stout once in a while when you guys make me do it on a Sunday morning when I can barely wake up. And then twist my arm, huh?
That's the whole idea.
Yeah, it's all y'all's fault. It's all your fault. But there's one little thing on the
You
side of the
said
can
it's
here.
about-
You guys can tell me what this is. It says 51 SRM. Anyone know? Crash, know what that might be? What's it?
What number is it?
51.
51. That's kind of like. Well, I'll look it up here.
Like a.
That's
It-
more
it-
like
it's the how dark the beer is.
Yeah, the dark.
Yeah,
the color.
yeah. SRM. SRM for 50. Let's see.
SRM. Yeah, 51. Kind of a rose color. I don't know. You can kind of see maybe almost like plum wine. If you've ever seen homemade plum wine,
Yeah.
Too.
Yes, I've seen it.
I had an old man that I used to play bluegrass music with, his grandsons, and he would make this plum wine. He'd make us all drink a little shot glass or about 4 ounces of it before we played. Goes, boy, is that going to make y'all play better?
This one is black.
Tasting like this.
Yeah, that guy's pretty dark.
Yeah.
Let's see. I got one that kind of will give you an idea. This only goes up to 39. So I put it there if you want to pull that up. Whoever's in charge of the screen.
Jay is in charge.
When I poured this, it wasn't a very big head at all. It dissipated before I really got to
Right now.
guys, but and it's not regenerating.
No,
necessarily.
there's another screen I shared. There should be another.
Something else, Jay, to put up.
Yeah, there should be another one out there.
In the backstage
Oh,
area,
yeah,
you will
okay.
see his screen share. I think.
Hold on, having some.
There you go.
There it is.
So it goes. This one goes up to 39. But you're saying that's a 51.
51.
So
Maybe
that's
Rogue,
pretty
Rogue,
damn dark.
Rogue has a
It's not black at all, though. Yeah, it says 51 up. See if you can see it here.
See, on that rating system you had, Thresh, his beer would be in the top thing because it was rose.
Right. Yep. Let me see if I can find other ones here.
Yeah, I just found it interesting. I didn't know what that was a measurement of, so I thought I'd ask.
Yeah,
That's
sorry.
it.
It's a nice beer. It's a good beer, man. I like keeping sours around a little bit. It's a nice break from other beers that I drink. I drink all kinds, man. I try to drink a different style or different brand, different every beer I drink. It's a different one.
Now, Thrash, do you have a beer for tonight?
Not sour.
This is a limited edition Prospector. It's a Tartarberry sour. It's from Tommy Knocker out of Idaho Springs, Colorado. And I'm going to pour it up here in a minute. I have to finish my amber I'm drinking, but this is what is this thing? 5.2 on it, but yeah, it's a sour, and it does have a date on it. It's a Best By date, and it's passed by a month.
Oh,
Hey, at least they have it right. What I'll do is let me finish this, and I'll pour it up real quick.
Tommy Knocker, spirits that haunt a mine, from people who died in mining.
Yep.
For those that don't know, there's an old legend behind it.
Yeah, my grandfather was a hard rock miner in Idaho Springs, and he was also a deputy sheriff up there. He passed away in 1971.
They definitely recorded them, and when the paranormal investigators go in the mine.
I was 3 years old in 1971.
I was 6.
Yeah, I was. I was. Grammar. Yeah,
I was 20.
grammar school.
I gotta do math. Uh-oh.
I got called in the principal's office many times.
Youngster.
Negative 17. All right. Sweet.
Nice color. That's a nice color, Thrash.
It's got some pretty good carbonation in there too.
That looks good. Wow.
It's keeping ahead a little bit. It's Tartarberry is the name of it, and you can taste that or smell that that bitterness from tartberry. Yeah, and it's tart, nice and sour too.
I like the Native American chokeberry.
Yeah. I think this one's a puckerberry.
So this is more of a sour than a tart, even though it says tart in the name.
Yeah, and I think it really complements the sour too. You know what I mean? Not bad. So did you guys just start, or have you rated yet?
What? No, but we're gonna rate. We're gonna come back to you on the rate, so you can think about it for a little bit.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Go to Thomas Meadow. So what do you score your beer? Massachusetts Beer Reviews.
For all you out there, we got the Sidecar Orange IPA from Sierra Nevada Brewing Company. I believe the Beer Advocate is giving this one an 84 out of 100. Let me give one more final sip here for the rating. No, Bumpy, you weren't next in line. That really dank Simcoe hop thing that I'm getting that's kind of drying the beer out is almost remind me of like a seltzer water kind of a dry, crisp kind of a sensation to it with the carbonation. That's kind of interesting there, kind of unique there. It's definitely not like the world's most refined, like most picturesque, perfect example of IPA you got to run out and you got to beat up people in lines to go and get. You definitely can just walk into any store and buy this. So if you're a little afraid of IPAs, you know what, a really big, old, bold, high IBU range beer, this one would be perfect for you. I usually like a little bit more complexity. This one's just pretty smooth, easy going with that orangey note and the toasty, white bready kind of malts going down. But I mean, I guess an 85 if I gotta give this thing a rating. Just the low end of B+ for me is where I'm going to go with that. I do think it's a very, very good beer, better than a lot of beers you buy in the market. But as far as IPAs are concerned, I think there are so many different ways you can go This would just have to fit in to your taste profile if you're looking for a little bit of a tamed down, easier drinking version of a IPA.
Now, see, in my mind, an 85 would just be a straight. Ooh,
Sure. It's the very
Wouldn't
low end for me of a B plus. Very, very low.
to me, B plus like 88, 89, but whatever.
Yeah.
Louisiana might have stricter academic standards.
Stricter educational laws.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's see. Joseph was also minus 17 years old during that time.
Oh. Right. I was minus 17, yes.
I feel old.
Means I feel older.
Michael, you and I need
You're
to go
not-
out, man. Go have a
You're
drink
not
at like
old.
a cemetery or something.
You're not old, Thrash. You're middle age. Okay, now Michael Komaroff's gonna give us the
Okay.
score.
Thrash, I'm just showing you what I had since you weren't on when we came on. I have very fine Italian style Pilsner from 6 Point. This is out of their limited release series,
Nice.
5.5%. And I never heard of an Italian style Pilsner, so this is the first
Me
one.
either.
Whatever. As I described it earlier, it's a very middle of the road Pilsner. As I've been drinking on it, though, it does develop more taste as it warms. So I'm becoming more inclined to like it more as I drink it. It's very fresh. It was just brewed 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
So, these limited release ones, you order it on Monday, you pick it up on Saturday, and you take it home, and they have a release party where you get to try these beers that they release and other stuff they have in their setup to show you what they're going to be coming down the pike. So I'm going to give this an 89, which to me is a high B plus.
Nice.
In order for it to be an A minus, I would have to like the style.
So you're not a Pilsner?
I'm not really a Pilsner or a lager guy.
Okay.
But I mean, I can drink it. It's just, what it is? It's almost like I've gotten so into the IPA, the stout, and some of the other things. And I just find the taste profile to be so much more interesting to me. But I can understand what people would like Pilsners and lagers. It's not like I'm down on it.
Yeah.
And I'm giving this to me what's a fair B plus. And the freshness, I think, raises it. So if you were to drink this 6 months old, I think it might start to fade a little bit because you are getting something in the hops in the taste, I think, and it's very fresh. And as it was warming a little bit, it got better than the original first taste I had. So
Cool.
Gotcha. That's
B
very
plus.
nice.
Oh, also, Brian, the hops that are in here, let's see, maybe you've worked with some of them. Burke. Let me read this.
Nah, doesn't ring a bell.
Mouthful.
All right. That's because he downed that Pilsner real quick.
It's Herzbruck,
Herzbrucker, yeah, I knew about that one.
Azaka, Laurel, and,
Yep. Zaka.
and Tettnang.
Yeah, Tettnang. That's a good German one.
So they are using, they use the German hops in it. So that, I guess that's why you're getting that in the taste profile.
They all must be really low alpha acid because,
They don't have IBUs on it, but I would guess it's probably not much.
yeah.
Now James is going to give us his score.
All right. The Maine Beer Company, Freeport, Maine Lunch IPA, I'll give it a 95% out of 100.
Okay.
Damn. All right. Woo.
It is a good beer, though, from what I've tasted it before. I've liked it.
It's definitely more interesting, more complex than the many, typical IPAs. So I would definitely get it again. I mean, it's that good.
Now I'm going to give mine a 95. I think it's really delightful. In my case, it seems like in some ways, and this is a controversial statement, but in some ways, the aging going past the Best By date of September 22nd actually seemed to help this beer because it mellowed out the extreme bitterness. I mean, it was when I drank the other can back before the Best Buy date, it was just like decidedly bitter. But I mean, I still enjoyed it, of course. But it just depends on what you want. This one's more fruity right now and bready, malty, and then the other one was just a bitter bomb. But I would highly recommend it. 95. You can't sneeze at that. You know? So now on to Shane Fudge.
Well, you can tell I like this beer. It's all gone already. There's a little sip right in the very bottom. It's a great beer. It's got a nice little bit of maltiness in the backbone too. I forgot to kind of mention that earlier, but man, the fruitiness of this Marionberry is where it's at on this beer. If you like a little bit of sour and you like the dark berry like flavor, this is a great one to grab. If you see it in your neighborhood, it's the Rogue Marionberry Sour, 6.5%.
What's the score again?
My score? Well, man, you know, I think I'm going to give this about a 95, really.
Wow, we got a lot of high scores tonight. Generally,
yeah, this is a good beer. I like it. So you know, you got to call it like you see it and taste it.
Now, earlier you were talking about the price point. What was that again? $12 for a 4-pack?
Yeah, it's a little bit pricey, but you know, Rogue, how they are a little bit pricey on some of their beers, but 16 ounce, you know, they're 1 pint, four pint cans, and it's not too bad for a sour, especially 6.5%. A lot of sours are, you know, like 4, 3.5, 4 to 5, at most 5%. So for a 6.5%, you know, you get a nice little representation of a Marionberry sour. I would buy it again. So you can judge it on that, you know, give a thumbs up, buy it again, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
Hey, Drewski, you might want to delete that comment. Last week, somebody was making crazy comments, and when I went to delete it, before I could ever delete it, that person's comments were deleted automatically. You might find that you'll get your account banned. You do what you want, but I'm saying if I were you, I would delete that because
Yeah, we saw it happen on another channel a couple days ago.
you know, people want to be clever and foolish, but then they've got these protocols where you're gonna say, "Hey, I can't get on YouTube. What's going on?" Well, your account's terminated. You know, be smart.
Have
All
you
right.
received the thing from StreamYard trying to get you to buy their package?
Yeah, and I keep seeing myself saying no.
I see myself saying no as of tonight. They're emailing me too.
I'm not paying people to get on the internet and talk about beer.
Especially since if it does not work out, there'll be another application somewhere else.
Right. I just go back and go do this solo by myself alone at home. I'm not paying to. I'm not doing this. I'm not paying for this. Okay. Now, Thrash,
Dr. Therio, I use AVG free antivirus. You know how many times they nag me to buy their so-called professional version?
a lot.
Now I ignore them, and they're getting obnoxious and intrusive. They shove that
Yeah,
you know.
you guys need to get Panda. Panda's a free one, man. I've been using it for years.
Oh, they will drive you buggy with all these
File
deals.
Hippo probably has it. I bet.
Hey, now, Thrash, what do you score yours?
All right, so just a couple notes here. The taste on the tongue is really good. Nice sour, complemented by the berry in there. Stays really good in the mouth. It's awesome. It's not as sour as as my liking. I'd like to have a little bit more sour in it. So this one, I'm gonna kind of be in line with Michael, and this would be like an 89. It's not quite an A, but it's a high B. I've had it before. That's why I bought it again, and it's very good. If 5.2 is sessionable for you, it's the beer for you.
Yeah, that's a little high for sessionable, but James will like this comment.
I would like to give Mark Zuckerberg an old-fashioned nose job with my pipe wrench. Just twist it off. I say that on Twitter all the time. But yeah, no, actually Facebook Live is good quality video. I haven't tried adding a guest. There's a way to add a guest like this with their video, but I haven't really tested it out yet. But it's not that bad, and you can download it and put it on YouTube. As it records.
People are just taking issue with all these major media platforms going after people and banning them and whatnot because they don't like them. I don't like you. I mean, that's when you get down to it, that's the cut and dry of it. It's not about hate speech. It's about, I don't like you.
It's censorship. It's
all I see is thrash metal. Hi, thrash.
Yeah, it is. You're right, James. Now, but anyway, yeah, I know. Well, thrash metal he was describing his spear. Okay, now,
All right. Here's a beer for you.
Wait. If Drunken One wants to come on and do a beer and present to us, we will let him do that, and somebody can.
Yeah, I can drop. You can have him. Bring him on, man.
He's got to let us know if he wants to. Before Eric tells us briefly about this, we
only 6 are allowed maximum.
Yeah, so far right now.
All StreamYard allows, but we had good scores tonight. The lowest score was 85, and that's not a low score. And the highest score was 95, so that's a really good range. So just goes to show you, boy, you can find a lot of good beers on the market these days. And
oh yeah,
now
Eric's breweries really got better. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's really exciting. It's exciting time for that. Eric's going to show us something real fast, and Shane is real fast. Emphasis on fast.
Yes, we're going to end the night correctly here. Because James P. Madonna. The name was Michael Cormorant, one of those New Jersey New Yorkers. Because he wasn't able to join the other night on the I know real fast, right? On the Haze Craze. I brought out my Haze Craze beer. Not the one that I brought, but one of them I thought about bringing. The Super Typhoon there from Treehouse Brewing Company, Mr. Michael Cormorant. They call this more of an imperial version of a beer called Hurricane that they make. This is an 7.8%, and it's kettle and dry hop with doses of Citra and Simcoe hops. So just imagine the fluffiest texture on a New England style IPA with really low bitterness, but it has the dank qualities of Simcoe hops, some of the toastier bready malts, white bread malts, and spicy peppercorn notes, I remember, and definitely the pineapple and grapefruit followed by orange. Really good, excellent mouthfeel. About a 90, I guess 95 out of 100. Why not?
Oh, it's Lost. I thought it was Lust Forte for a second. Lost
Forte. Now,
Yeah.
What is that, Shane, real fast, because we're about to roll out of here because of baseball-related issues.
The Atlanta Braves have an issue.
Lust Forte.
Yeah, their issue is called wait till next year.
Shane's muted.
Oh, what's all that noise?
Fudgy, you're muted, man.
I was talking to an Atlanta Braves fan this morning at work, and I said, "Oh man," and he got mad and said, "What happened to your Cubs? What happened to your Cubs?" I said, "I don't think I was talking about the Cubs."
You can unmute Shane, Mr. Rontario. You can do that.
He can unmute himself.
There he is.
Now,
We hear you. Yeah.
Yep.
Lost 40, Dig the Ride. It's a trail ready IPA. I don't know what trail ready means other than it's in a can. It's a 6.3%. And I thought I'd just throw this out there. It was canned on the 1st of this month. So it's just a few days old. And man, it is tasty. It's a citrusy, orangey flavor. There it is. And that's all.
Is everybody ready for a rare event?
Uh-oh.
A macro.
Oh no! Shit! Whoa!
Modelo, that's a good one.
Oh boy, that's one of the best macros on the market.
We get it here. It's awesome.
I had it many times. That's great.
What are you doing that to us for? You going to drink it?
It was given to me as a gift, so I can drink it.
Come on, that's a
Somebody
Pilsner
do.
chaser. Drink that thing, Mike.
Hey,
Somebody needed your reaction out of that beer. They definitely were
Going to drink it.
reaction.
I can't be closed-minded. I have to give everything a fair shot.
Go
Exactly.
Astros. Hell no. Go Rays.
That's one thing I really like about you, Mike, is you're like even keel on everything, man. Just
If it's presented, you'll drink it, right, Mike?
that's right.
Wow.
If it fits in the glass and if glass fits in your mouth, you're good to go.
What did Jason McDonough say earlier? Jerry Jones, no, he won't drink that.
Red alert. If it's more Loco Gold, don't drink it. Okay.
Oh, I'm so curious, but I don't want to buy that at all.
Yuck.
Do they still make Four Loco Gold?
They still make all the Four Loco. They make it Loco.
It's 14%, and I would drink a whole 24-ounce can, and I could not remember watching a Super Bowl. I know I had.
All right, in honor of Thomas Medal 75, I got my Salem Brewery hat.
You always been talking about that brewery.
Pumpkinhead Ale.
All right.
Calamari on my
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
What do you call it? Bluefin tuna?
Squid.
My
Yeah.
fishing.
How do they wear
I
it?
think people not his favorite company on my cap.
So Eric,
All right.
we got some
Now,
weather coming your way.
Michael, what do you think?
It's actually okay.
Get back to me on that.
Tastes okay.
Yeah, it's 5.4, I think, and it was introduced in 1925 or 1930, depending on which web page you read from the same company. It's a
The typical Mexican style. You know, this style of Modelo. I know it's from Mexico.
Mexico City. Yeah.
Now, Tecate, I've been there. It's a border town in northern Baja, by California. I didn't realize it till we drove through it.
Yeah, I went there once in 2006, and the brewery had closed already. But I walked around, and all the Mexican people were walking around with long faces, looking sad because Mexico had just lost the World Cup. And I was like, oh man, they had this huge, big screen TV set up in the park, and they were all excited, but they lost. So,
Did you go to Mexicali? It's very hot there.
no, I wasn't able to get to Mexicali because the highway was closed due to construction. I was like, I'm not going to take a detour. I went straight to San Diego.
Tijuana was too crazy, but Ensenada was a nice seaport town.
Right. Supposed to get snow?
Yeah, right now, when I got on the stream, I just brought the dogs in from a walk. It was 78 degrees.
Oh,
Right now,
whoa.
it is almost 50 degrees.
Wow.
Golly.
And the front's flying through here. So you guys are going to get some chilly air coming your way. We got snow coming tomorrow.
Wow.
I think we technically have what's considered a nor'easter, with just rain today until Wednesday. I don't know how south it is into James, into Michael, but that's what's going on here in
We
the
had rain today on and off too.
We got rain and low 40s at night, low into the low
All right. Yeah.
upper 40s.
Yeah, today, New Orleans had a southeaster, which means it was 90. All right. And humid.
You ever have these free house beers there, Michael Cormorant?
I've just had one of them. I still have not had a Trillium yet.
All right. Now look.
Yeah, that's a hint.
We are coming to the end. We had very high scores tonight. Now, Friday at 7 o'clock Eastern, which would be 5 o'clock Mountain Time, 4 o'clock Western Pacific Time, because I got some California people that watch my videos.
Tiny bubbles.
They're always telling me they want to join, but then it's too early. You know, I can understand. It's very difficult to work out these time situations. But
You're just join what you can.
right, Friday we have Fandango Friday. It's a anything goes. You can drink hot tea, cold, iced tea, milk.
There's no holds barred. It's like a steel cage match. It's going to be insane.
Right.
It's
He is correct. Okay.
And we have I'm going to drink I'm going to do a rum. I already know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a white rum taste challenge during the hangout. James, one of his small bottles, but unfortunately, James is not going to be able to make it Friday. He's going to have a stand-in. From what I heard on the internet, some rumor, right?
And in.
I think.
Oh.
No, well, you know what? I think he wants to be on the show towards the end of, closer to Halloween, towards the end of October. Is more applicable. This time I will be dressed at the Hunt for Red October.
Okay, so in other words, that guy you were talking about, your people are talking to his people.
Yeah, the Wizard Ozzy Bucco from used to work for pro wrestling. He will be probably closer to Halloween, All Hallows Eve.
Okay, whenever y'all negotiate, because they get into these big negotiations and they try to, and it gets kind of heated, and then they get, you know.
Yeah, the other two mystical spiritual beings, they seem to like your dawn busters because they got to be in the dark. The radiation affects them. So.
Oh, right, because your people talked to the Emerald Mystic, and then he showed up from the ether.
The Emerald Mystic is still alive? Holy shit.
Krampus later on.
Krampus showed up, terrifying my video. Now, Thrash is pouring that delicious 2019 Sierra Nevada Oktoberfest beer.
I think it's delicious. Damn.
Yeah. Well, I'm drinking water, and I'm getting off.
The first beer I drank tonight was that same Oktoberfest.
Jay, before you go off air and leave, can you put Drunken One on in your spot, or he's left?
He's always
you
there.
can put him in my spot.
I can put him on. I can put him on. But so Michael, do you think that the Modelo Negra is worthwhile?
I don't think I would buy it, but I wouldn't turn it down if somebody offered me one.
Exactly. I agree.
There you go.
Fair enough.
But I don't buy a lot of beers like this anyway, so that's the reason. It's also hard to get singles of stuff like this. You'd have to buy a whole 6-pack. That's too much.
Yeah. Unless it's somewhere where there's create a 6-pack. That's Denver right now.
Damn.
Wow. Look at that.
Man,
Look at that variance. Wow.
Yes. Look, Friday here in Arkansas, the weather in the north west corner, like around Fayetteville, the wind chill is supposed to be 29 degrees. Wow. At the same time, in the southeast corner, towards Louisiana and Mississippi, it's going to be like 88, 64-degree difference.
Wow.
From corner to corner.
And
it's only about 6.
That's strange because northern Arkansas, I guess, gets colder weather in general anyway.
Yes, a little bit cooler. Yeah, but not that drastic. Holy cow, 64 degrees. That's only like 5 hours apart.
That's a big temperature variance.
Yeah, they're going to have some storms.
I think summer's over.
Going to get rockets.
Right, you damn right. That thing sucks when summer's over. I hate that.
Yeah, I like it
I'm
right
glad
before
summer's
this
over. It's been
happens
too hot
because
here.
it's just
Holy
so
crap,
mild
it's been
and it's
hot.
so nice. And
it was like almost 100 last week.
Yep.
It's October. It's not supposed to be that hot. It's crazy.
Yeah, whenever Halloween starts approaching, that's
Halloween.
Here.
Yeah, Mr. Hanky the Christmas Pooh doesn't like summer though. It radiates.
Drives them out.
Idaho. He drives him. He lives in Colorado.
Yep.
So, South Park. Yeah.
South Park, yeah, up near Fairplay.
Wrong with you, something like that.
Morning, children.
Have you ever been to South Park, Colorado?
Yeah, there's South Park, Colorado. It's real.
I know. It's real, folks.
It's real. It's not Memorex.
All right. Well,
I like Chihuahua.
Go ahead.
Go ahead,
Ron.
we're going to shut the. I got off. Drunken One could come on, but he didn't show up. So stop the broadcast and people. Thank you for watching, and it's been over an hour, and we appreciate people watching. And we had a lot of great beers tonight. And next Wednesday, Wildcard Wednesday, and
I'll be around.
Which means, and I've had people ask me, "Well, can I bring this beer on Wildcard Wednesday?" And I tell them, "Yep," because that's what it means. Wildcard Wednesday. You can bring whatever you want.
Jamie is helping facilitate these days. I love it.
What about Stout Sunday, Jay? Can you attend, or are you not sure?
Ooh.
I can attend, but chances are I will not attend. But sometimes I do it.
What?
We'll try not to get over upset, but we'll handle it.
We'll cry.
We won't. Yeah, I was
You'll
gonna
be able to.
say,
So
we'll pass the tissues around.
Just
This is
remember,
what it sounds like.
church, if you're sitting in church having mass, get your phone and go
Yeah,
on without Sunday.
maybe I'll exemplify the broadcast with my presence. I don't know. I doubt it. Now, oh, and one more thing. No, receiving communion. Receiving communion, if you were a Church of Christ member, was not illicit. It was illicit, and the girl was wrong, so she didn't know what she was talking about. All right, anyway.
Girl, wrong.
Well, I filled up my bottle with that holy water from that
Do what?
biggest receptacle that I showed Jay the pictures.
Glug, glug, glug.
Was it ice?
Right, yeah. You live next door to a historic
Fish pond made of marble. The church right next door to me. It's like a fish pond size made of marble, and it's all. They probably baptize people, and I said, hopefully the priest doesn't get into a conversation as he's dunking someone's head under the water. But I took a big bottle up, so I have plenty.
They probably have they probably have a baptismal font or somewhere probably close to the altar in the front.
What was that?
Michael not amused.
Okay.
Cheers, Ron.
Ron, we'll see.
The end.
Go baseball.
Go teams.
I'm rooting for the Nationals tonight.
Yeah, me too.
Go Cardinals.
Washington Senators.
They got that. Oh, the Cardinals got that.
Go Rockies. Oh, they're
Cardinals
not in.
killed the Braves today. Sorry, John.
Darn it.
Didn't happen, though.
Rock.
They got cremated, those Braves.
That was
Finished on the
possibly
fourth.
really.
They got one out in the first inning.
Not literally cremated. Come on, people.
Yeah, the pitcher lasted literally